you were here before. Couldn't look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. And I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, she runs. Oh, she's running out. She runs, runs, runs. Oh, 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 she runs. Oh, she runs. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Hi, and welcome to Coffee Break with Candace. We have another fabulous episode today and another amazing guest. You just heard her sing. What song did you sing, Sarah?
It's Creep by Radiohead with a little bit of a twist.
Yes, it was quite lovely. In fact, we live streamed a little bit of it, and lots of people thought it was lovely. So, you know, it's just kind of like that. But Sarah is a singer, a songwriter. She's also the sound recordist for the show, but today she is taking her turn in front of the camera because she's fabulous like that. She also sung on my album that's to be released in a couple of months, so it's just exciting to have her be a part of the show and today to actually be on the show. So please welcome my special guest, Sarah
Spurger.
Spurger with
Like
a good. Yes. I was going with that, but then I thought if I hit the, it's 50-50.
Spurger.
Yeah. I think I've used Spurger, but then I thought, what if it's Spurger? Like, it occurs to me when I'm announcing a guest name, like, what if I'm wrong? You know?
Well, it's funny, my coworkers have now created a list. They're like, we need to find a new stage name for Sarah because Spurger is terrible. But they've now made just jokes off my last name, like Spurger and fries, or what a Spurger, or like
I like what a Spurger. That's
Spurgalicious. That's not my Instagram name. So that was funny.
It is your Instagram. It is. Oh my gosh, but
that's
so
how
good.
That came about.
Okay,
yeah.
but that's awesome. That's awesome. So, but it's a nice name. But have you thought about it? Like seriously?
I know. I've considered stage names. I've got a couple floating around, but I've never been like. It's hard to adopt like a new name because I feel like you have to adopt in like I don't know an aura or like a new way about you, and I'm like, oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
I gotta be a diva now when I put on the stage name. But, yeah, it's. I've thought about it, but nothing's stuck.
Well, let us know. Keep us posted.
I will.
I mean, at some point I thought about like a stage name, but I thought it is so much work being me
Candace Bellamy is such a flowy, pretty name. I like that.
Thank you. People say that, but I thought, man, it'd be kind of cool to have,
a diva name.
Yeah, like a diva name. But then I was like, it's so much work being me. Like to have another person living here might just take it over the edge.
No, too many personalities.
Yeah, we might need services, mental health services. So it's like, let's not do all that. So anyway, so we heard just what a beautiful vocalist you are. Now, how long have you been writing songs?
I probably started writing when I was 13 years old. I went to a music school back in the Dallas area, and I was in their master's program, and they required us to take an instrument and do a songwriting private lesson as well as a vocal lesson. It was very intensive, but that's where I met one of my till this day mentors. Was my piano and songwriting coach, and songs that I was writing weren't super great.
But you were 13.
But I was 13, and I was writing about 13-year-old problems.
Yeah.
And I've written, several throughout the years. Last fall, I actually wrote an original song for a short documentary that my boyfriend Joshua was directing and producing, and it plays in the credits there. It was really a great experience because I got to work with a lot of really talented musicians on that, and came out with a really great song, and got to hear it in a theater while watching something on a big screen, and it's a really satisfying experience to take a project from beginning to end and have something concrete there, because it's so easy to just leave things like in your bedroom when you're playing around on the keyboard and just they'd be lost forever. But to push through and carry a project to the end is really exciting, and I'm hoping to do more of that in the near future.
Awesome. Yeah. But tell me how you got started in music.
I got started in music through church mostly.
Oh, cool.
I started singing in the little kiddie choir when I was about 3, and my choir instructor eventually started privately teaching me when I was 5.
Wow. So from there, what was next after?
I started going to a music school in the Dallas area, and I auditioned for their master's program when I was 13, and got into it and started. I recorded my first demo when I was 13, and that was terrifying. I just remember the feeling of going into the booth and having the sound all change and everything, and you're in this tight space and everybody's in the room like watching you. I was like, but it turned out well. I started just really devoting a lot of my time to music, singing in particular. I started going to the School of Rock, which is where I actually work now, and working in their house band. And we did a lot of gigs, and that was a really cool time for me just because I got to see what the music scene was like in Dallas and play at incredible venues with them. And they also gave me the opportunity to sing on my own in different contexts. So did a lot of performing in high school with them, and then things progressed with my family, and everything kind of took a back seat. And
and what kind of things, if you don't mind sharing?
My younger brother was born with just the myriad of health issues, and we were told he wasn't going to live. He was going to die as an infant, and he didn't. And he, pushed through. He spent most of his childhood in the hospital, in and out. And, you know, as he grew up, they told us he wasn't going to live till he was 16. He's now 18, just started college.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But at the time that I was doing all of this, he kind of got to the worst that he had been. And so that's kind of where all the focus went, was, you know, getting him better. And it's really miraculous how much he has improved.
That's pretty incredible.
There's really no explanation for it other than, like, God.
Yeah, totally.
Really great. And I also had the opportunity to go and do some mission work and things like that.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. What was that like?
It was definitely life-changing. I spent 2 months in Guatemala, and
oh, wow, that's cool.
Learned some Spanish, but not enough to keep me afloat. I just finished Spanish 4. I wish I could go back and be like, look at me now. But
can you say that in Spanish? Look at me now.
No, let's not. I would embarrass myself. But just got the opportunity to go with a group of people, and we're you know, in the dumps there, in the old folks' homes, in the orphanages, and just on the streets and things like that, doing mission work and all of that. And it was a really difficult experience, you know, living in a house with 20 other people.
Sure.
And eating food I wasn't used to, and being in a land where I didn't know what people were saying until the last, like, 2 weeks that I was there. And I was finally kind of starting to pick some things up, and kind of finding my way in that situation, and getting closer to God and all of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I think it'd be hard, even if you didn't, even if you did know a language, to live in a house with 20 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot going on.
No privacy, you know, waking up at 8 a.m. with everyone and not going to bed till middle of the night because we're just doing stuff all day. It was an exhausting 2 months, but it definitely has just influenced my life every day since then. So.
And what about that trip was so influential?
Just realizing the Lord's place in my life, and putting faith into Him. And of course, it's hard sometimes to maintain that, but reminding myself of His love for me. And I had never really experienced that in such a concrete way as I did when I was there.
Wow.
And it's, you know, sounds selfish, because going there, you know, as a missionary, you're like, what's the work that I'm going to do for these people while I'm there? And, like, what kind of impact can I make for these people? And it's hard because you're there for 2 months, right? And you're doing all of these things that are helping them in the moment, of course, but, you know, taking food and diapers and, you know, loving on people and all of that. But the long-term impact has really, I think, been on myself and how I try to treat people, and
awesome.
Just the long-term impacts are through me, and I hope that is worth it to the people that supported me through that whole thing and all of that. But it was definitely a very life-altering kind of thing, just opening my eyes to the other different kinds of people in the world, the different problems that people face, and compassion that you can have towards those people.
Absolutely. And where are you as far as your songwriting and singing?
I recently started working at the School of Rock, and so I'm now around a closer-knit group of musicians to kind of lean on. I'm actually singing in a show on December 10th.
Nice.
In kind of this swing big band setting. I'm singing
oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was one of my coworkers is curating the whole thing. And
so are you sending out invites, or what's the deal?
I will be. I think they're supposed to, like, try to sell 200 tickets or something like that. So I'm sure I'll be helping push those. So that's on December 10th, and I'll be singing it last in a karaoke duet with the headliner that's singing in that show. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So speaking of which, because I can tell you've just been waiting for me to ask the question, what is your favorite word and why?
So after long consideration, this word has stuck with me since I was in 7th grade when I initially learned what it meant. And the word is defenestration.
Defenestrate,
to defenestrate something, it means to throw an object out of a window. And I just think it is ridiculous that a word exists for that. And it just always sticks in my head, and I never forget that word. So I'm gonna go with
defenestrate.
The guy that's been with me since 7th grade. Yep.
That is such an interesting word.
So we're learning things
like
today.
A purposeless word.
Exactly. Who uses that?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna throw it out the window.
No, you should.
Yeah.
Laugh track.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? They're like, yeah, okay. Anyway, but yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, try to use it in a sentence. It doesn't come up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defenestrate this napkin.
Yeah.
Like, why would you? You're littering. See?
Exactly. And that's wrong. Littering people
is bad.
It's very bad.
Exactly.
So it's so interesting.
I'm gonna sign on the eyebrow.
Okay,
because
sign on the
I think
eyebrow.
eyebrows are very important.
Yes. So you have to grace the world with your lovely voice. Thanks again for tuning in to Coffee Break with Candace. We'll see you next time.